I'm not just a mind.
What are you then?
I'm
What
also
are
a body.
you? So you're everything. You're the complete package. You're the total package is what you're saying. You don't have to sell that. We know. We know you're good. You're good. We know you're good. You're doing your thing. And now you're part of the Netflix family. But what does that mean from a creative perspective? What does it allow you to do differently?
Anything I want. But I've always done anything I want.
I was going to say, haven't you always done that?
Yeah.
So what's the new thread then? You gotta give me something. There's gotta be a new thread somewhere.
I like Netflix. I think because Ted Sarandos, who is like the top guy who started it, loves comedy, and I feel like that's so reflected.
Well, obviously, because like everybody who's anybody in comedy now has like a Netflix deal. You guys are rolling.
Yeah, it's comedy friendly.
It's very comedy friendly. So what does that mean to you? And what are you doing with your new deal? What's going on? Where are we coming from on this one? On your new stand-up?
What do I talk about?
Well, yeah, but that's the easy way to say it. I thought it made it sound a little cooler than that. Like, where are you coming from? What are you doing?
Yes, you sound cooler than that.
But
I mean, that doesn't make me cool in any way.
No, please, come on. You're
I mean, listen,
in the chair right there.
I'm just where I'm at from my last special till now. So much has happened in my life and in the whole world since then. So it was a lot of starts and stops. You know, I do my last special, then that's all gone. Throw all that away. And then I start over, and I had a lot of starts and stops. I lost 3 people really, really close to me.
Okay, sorry about that.
Thank you. In like less than 2 years. So like each time I would stop, and then I'd go, I can't even imagine being funny. What am I gonna go on stage and tell jokes, you know? And then working through that, and then, well, the answer is yes, because that's how comics deal with shit. You go on stage and talk about it.
It's like therapy, right?
Yeah, it's. I think I could say for 100% of comedians, comedy is a means of survival. You know, it's like at the most base, it's the fat kid making the fat joke before anyone else does. It's how we survive life. So each time I would get back on into stand-up, get back on, but it was a lot of starts and stops. And then I almost died less than a year ago, randomly. Crazy throat, insane random combination of bacteria from being on the road. Almost burst and killed me.
You're good now, right? How'd you find out?
Went to the doctor with a sore throat, which I can't even believe I went to the doctor with a sore throat.
So it's real random and routine.
Had an abscess at the top of my windpipe that was either gonna grow and choke me to death or burst and poison me to death. Then the emergency surgery, where they tell my boyfriend, like, this is like 50-50 chance she'll make it.
Damn.
Then I made it.
Well, you're good. Well, obviously you.
But they couldn't put me to sleep. I talked about that actually in the special, because they couldn't put me to sleep because my blood pressure's so low. So they just put me on like all the heroin in the world, like opiates and stuff.
Okay.
And then I'm just on drugs. And then I've got a breathing tube breathing for me. So your human instinct is to pull that out. There's something in your throat.
Right.
So then I'd wake up and I'd go, and then, but they had to tie my arms down. My wrists were tied down while I'm in like the semi-coma. And then, so I would wake up, I'd go to take this tube out of my throat, and then I'd realize my hands were tied down. And then, obviously, I think I've been captured by ISIS. Like, honestly, there's nothing else you'd imagine that is.
So the first thing that jumped in your head was ISIS.
Then, like, one of my sisters would have to be like, sweetie, you're okay, ba-ba-ba. And then I'd fall back to sleep, and a minute later, it'd all start over. So it was like, it was really fucked up. Then getting back into stand-up from that. So it's just a kind of fever dream of stuff, you know? It's like where I'm at now, how I've kind of changed, let myself be changed by new information, how the world has changed, politics and stuff like that, abortion, God, shitting, coming.
Well, let me find out from you real quick. In terms of other comedians who inspire you, drop your top 5 for me, if you can. I know, I got it.
I mean, do I go through on history? Do I go like,
I don't know.
Gary Shandling, Steve Martin, Albert Brooks, Woody Allen? Or do I go like, you know, Chappelle, Tig Notaro, Louis C.K., Todd Glass? It's so hard. All of those. All of those.
I'll take that. I'll just divide it up and chop it up. But
All right.
that's a great list.
Thank you.
And congratulations, Netflix family.
Joan.
There you go.